Good morning from Okeechobee Livestock Market. This is your weekly report in person. Jeff here, kind of taking brother's place for the day. We thank y'all for tuning in. We had a good run of cattle, 1,968 head for the week. We're thankful for every one of them, and they all brought good money. Prices were back up a little bit on calves this week after the comments from our president last week or so. Things kind of straightened back up. At least we got another maybe $5 or $10 back on these calves. So we'll get right to that. The market really here it's really still phenomenal. I mean, we're getting a lot of money for these calves, and we need every bit of it. But the calf market, like I say, is up again from last week, maybe $5 or $10. And to show you, here's a calf that didn't even weigh 90 pounds, brought in by Juan Palafox from Avon Park. He brought $9 a pound, little old baby calf. 9 times 9, if my memory serves me right, that's 800 and something dollars. Bought by Larry Smil. We appreciate Larry and Juan both. And then on the cow side, on the cow market, the butcher market, we had a cow brought in by Claudia Farms of Clewiston. She weighed 1,275 pounds and brought $1.77 a pound. A lot of money, bought by FPL. We appreciate FPL and Claudia Farms both. So the market's still good. Yeah, we had a little bit of a hiccup there about the imports and all that, but the dust has kind of settled, and I think we're fine. When you get $1.40, $1.50 for some of these just average butcher cows, we're needing that, and we're getting it, and it's good. So thank y'all for bringing those cattle in, and we appreciate all of you guys that are our regular customers. And we get some people that are new here frequently. We get some people from up above Orlando, a few more people from down around Miami, and get them from the east and the west. It's kind of like us and Arcadia are pretty, the only markets down here now. So as far as the livestock markets, here we are, and we appreciate all you customers that are faithful to us. Coming down the pike, next Tuesday is Veterans Day. So we're going to have a sale. It's not going to be something they'll call the sale off, but we want to send a shout out to our veterans. We thank you. We've got a few employees that are veterans. We're going to appreciate them in some ways there next Tuesday. But everybody remember that we owe a lot to our veterans. That's next Tuesday, Veterans Day. And the livestock market will be open. On down the line, we're going to be closed the week of Thanksgiving. All the markets in Florida shut down. To be thankful for what we've got, that week will be shut down all week. No sale on Monday and Tuesday of Thanksgiving. And then as far as that goes, we don't have but about 5 more weeks of sales till we're shut down for the year. I think our last sale is on December the 16th. If that's a Tuesday, I'm pretty sure. So you make plans for that. You got some cattle that you need to sell to get a little Christmas money. Just remember the 16th is our last sale. As far as the big picture, people are saying, some people that are really not informed are saying, wow, you rich farmers are just getting all this good money for these cattle. You guys are millionaires and billionaires. So we hear this from a few people that are not informed, but you talk to the average cow guy, it's like, yeah, man, we can finally take a breath of air. We can maybe pay off a John Deere tractor, or maybe even think about getting a new pickup that we hadn't had in 10 or 15 years. So the prices are good. Yes, we're getting money, but it still costs a lot of money to operate. You go to the retail market, in the stores, the packers and the retailers are still getting a big part of our profit. Even though we're making a little money, we need every penny of it. So, when you hear the folks on Twitter and Facebook say, oh yeah, all them farmers are just making a killing now, and you see all these high-priced calves. Yeah, they're high-priced, but considering what we're having for expenses, it kind of helps us a little bit in these times to have a little extra money. So, and there's another thing. You guys know that it's gonna level out sometime. They're talking about maybe we get another couple years of these good prices. Well, we don't know what's going to happen with imports or exports or the economy. We hope it's going to hold up, and we hope our administration kind of plays their cards right, like I think they're doing for the long run. So we'll be okay. But if you've been in the cattle business long enough, you know that when the ball goes up, it's going to drop sometime. How far, we don't know. And maybe this time it doesn't drop quite as far as it has in the past. I think it was back in 2014, 2015, where we had one of those like this, and then the next year like that, and we had some wrecks there. But if you're a cow man, you just got to weather the storm. And right now we're doing good. So, but keep that in mind. Pay off a few of those debts. Don't get too crazy and buy too many of those brand new tractors. Just kind of be intelligent about what you're getting and what you got to spend. And I think most of us know what we got to do to get through this. Other than that, we sure appreciate you guys as customers. If we can do anything to help you truck your cattle in here, give us a holler for trucks. If you're coming in here on Sunday and you're concerned about that, don't be. We've got a man that's going to be here about from noon to dark, and he'll take your cattle in, and we've got some hay pens with hay and water. Got some sprinklers if we need them. Fortunately, the weather's kind of changed to our advantage, and it's cooled off a little bit. We're not losing quite as many cattle. But if you need to bring your cattle in on Sunday, come on. We can do that. Or be here Monday and Tuesday, and we'll sell them and get the highest dollar that we can for them. It's going to be all they're worth that particular day. I can guarantee that, because we have the buyers. They're here. They're ready to buy them. They need cattle, calves, cows, bulls, whatever you got. They're needing them now because our supply is just down. So thank you again for hanging in there with us, and if we can help you in any way, we appreciate your business. Give us a holler. Have a great week.